guys finish off the sweep here, but a little bit different performance just in terms of the amount of shots and chances, dominance that way. What was your read on the performance tonight?
Well, we after watching last night's game, obviously we only got 16 shots. We just felt that we were slow at loading our loads. We were real slow and maybe out of the gates and loading pucks, so a lot of stuff got blocked. We made more of a conscious effort to probably get pucks to the net tonight, not so much from perfect shots, like we just tried to get net pucks there all the time from bad angles a little bit everywhere. And I thought we obviously got 17 in the first, which we didn't even get 17 all night last night, so that was good. So that was probably just our main point of emphasis this morning in video.
Ben Walter, 500 AHL games tonight. Can you just put that accomplishment in perspective?
Yeah, it's a good point. We had a round of clicks at 5:30. We do a round of clicks in the room for certain things. And so we talked about that. Somebody had asked me earlier today, like, what is that like? Like, there's a lot of things. Obviously, you're a healthy person if you play that many games, and you've been pretty lucky to be healthy. But I think it speaks more to the man. I think when you endure this business, in order to have a lot of people always pulling for you, you have to have a special quality to who you are as a person. And Ben's the type of guy where he came to us from Lake Erie in his last stop before he got here, and he was the captain there. He was one of our biggest leaders last year. He just didn't wear a letter, and so I think it just speaks to who he is as a man. I think it speaks to his day-to-day life and how he carries himself. So real happy for him.
And he's such a consistent guy, at times you almost don't notice him. It's almost you can take him for granted in some respects.
Yeah, that's fair. You can take it for granted. He ends up on the score sheet, doesn't cost you much defensively. Obviously, is a guy that's come out of the blocks here real well. He's found a little niche there with Barchi and Sly right now, and they seem to have a little bit of magic. But I thought Ben put himself in a position to be there. Like, he trained hard this summer. Like, he's trained really hard, and I think it shows. I think it's a great lesson for young pros. Like, here's a guy that's, more towards the end of his career at playing 500 games, but this guy's in phenomenal shape right now, and I think it shows.
What did you think of that Barchi goal?
Well, I think those, those type of goals, like, you just kind of go, wow, like all of us do. Like, there's a special, that's the gift of the American Hockey League right now. If you look at a goal like that and you pay however much you pay to come to this game and you're like, can I see NHL-type goals? Well, that's an NHL-type goal from an NHL-type player. So it's a real pleasure to have that type of talent down in the American League. And this particular shot happened to be on our team, but I think we'll see different times when we see other players in this building doing the same thing. So it's a real benefit. It's a great viewing pleasure for a lot of people at the game today.
How easy was the decision to start Danny in net tonight?
Pretty easy. It was pretty simple. It's Danny's net right now. So it was pretty easy.
TJ Brodie is, as of right now, replacing the Clay Wilson role that you had last season, eating up minutes, moving the puck. What can you say about his importance to your back end right now?
Well, it's very important because he gives us the only player back there that has that type of mojo. The rest are more, ham and eggers. They're kind of ham and eggers back there. Like, they're all just, late night meal, ham and eggs. So it's like they just do their thing. So TJ has to grow. Let's make no mistakes about it. Like, TJ has to become a little bit more dynamic back there, a little bit more under control at times. And what a wonderful time for his development. Obviously, for a guy that plays a lot of minutes last year for the Flames down, after being here in the fall. Now he gets to come down here and hone in on some skills maybe that he wouldn't be afforded to had the NHL started. Like, he can really actually work on his offensive game. I think it's great for his development, for the longevity of his career.
Troy, you go through training camp and you get a variety of players coming in. How do you get the chemistry together for the line combinations, and who makes the decision besides yourself, if anybody, about who plays with what?
Well, the training camp, I would have to tell you, like, because we didn't have any games, so we didn't have a scoreboard to kind of judge where we were at. Like, the one thing I thought it was difficult was putting lines together. And I think if you've watched the last two games, like, I've changed lines right during the game. Like, we ended up with Street, Kalanos, and Rudsager tonight. And they didn't start together. Street started between Buma and Lang. it just continues to develop. Like, we're doing a lot of tinkering right now, and a lot of it's just game management to see which guys have a lot of magic. But because, we didn't have any real game experience, like, this is our first crack at it. So there's a lot of tinkering going on. How did we get to be where we felt we had some chemistry with some? Like, we do a lot of things in practice which put us in a position in game-like situations. So I felt we had a good look at some guys and some good reads on guys. Obviously, the Olsen, Rutsager, and Estaclay line, in my opinion, was our best in camp. They started last night. So, we felt good about the drills and how we ran camp to give us a good indication where we're at.
Get ready for next weekend now?
Yeah, we'll take tomorrow off, which is a great benefit of playing up here. Oftentimes we get Sundays off, which is great. We got a lot of family around for a lot of these guys and a lot of kids in our team. So it's a good family day. We'll get our rest tomorrow. We'll go back to work on Monday. But, we got a lot of things to cover yet. Like, we haven't done a lot of things that we'd like to do yet as a staff. And, we're fortunate to be where we are today in the process. We finished day 1-0, and tomorrow we gotta go back to work, for sure in some ways tomorrow, and rest and some recovery issues and get ourselves ready for the week.
Last question, please, guys. No more? Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's right.